So everyone knows what this is. Obviously, it's a cell phone. But how many of us can go a day without a cell phone, or a month without a cell phone, or even a week without a cell phone? A lot of the times now we find ourselves trapped, like chained to our cell phones, because we find that this is our interaction, this is our connection to the world. And actually it's becoming such a big deal that it's now considered an addiction to your cell phone. A quote from Susan Arlene says, "Now we're emailing and tweeting and texting so much, a phone call comes a fresh surprise. I got text messages on my cell phone all day long, and it warbles to alert me that someone has sent me a message on Facebook, or a reply or a direct message on Twitter, but it rarely ever rings." It's not like very uncommon, but it is becoming an uncommon thing for people to have a face-to-face conversation. And we don't realize that even FaceTime or Skype is not necessarily a true face-to-face interaction with people. And so we come to the brain, and why is it considered an addiction? Because when you look at your phone or you get to touch your phone, your brain releases endorphins like dopamine and serotonin, similar to that, such as people on drug who are taking drug use and are addicted to that. And so an addiction is, you're addicted to doing a particular thing or activity, and you have to repeat it every single day. So like when you wake up in the morning, most of the time the first thing you do is you go to your phone. You go and you scroll through and you check through it to see if you got any notifications or text messages, and you have to reply to that. That's like your main routine. And it's because your body just automatically does that, like it needs that touch of your phone. In fact, a college did a study on it, and they asked some college students to go one full day without their phone, and almost 1,000 students out of these 1,000 participants could not go a single day, could not go the whole day. They could not. They got feelings such as they got fretful and they were confused. They were super anxious. In fact, they got high blood pressure and their heart rates went up from just not being able to touch their phone for a single day. James Robert from Baylor University says, "It's well known that people can become addicted to drugs such as alcohol, narcotics, and nicotine in cigarettes. It is not so well known that people can become addicted to behaviors." So just like these people are saying, one student says, "I'm an addict. I don't need alcohol, cocaine, or any other derailing form of social depravity. Media is my drug. Without it, I'm lost." So even when we're walking around in public, most of the time we find ourselves looking for the next Wi-Fi hookup, because we can't go 30 minutes without checking our Facebook or our Instagram. And so that's kind of like our drug line, like the needle to the heroin. So, they literally didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to do with herself. She didn't have anything other to do. She was so lost. And you see all of these examples from these students. And, they feel hopeless and lonely. And actually, there was 10% of these students admitted that they felt like they were confused and that they were lonely. But another thing is that when you're on your phone and you've put your self-worth into these things, that it can cause depression and have you think a bad self-image on yourself, like causing like anorexia and stuff in young girls. So finding your self-worth in all these likes and retweets and stuff like that is a detrimental effect on society. And have you ever been in this situation, you're outside and you're hanging out with your friends and everybody sits down and they're just going to their electronics and you're like, "Hey, come on, pay attention to me, I'm a person. I'm actually here to face-to-face." Or even, you're on your laptop and you're like, "Well, it's time to go to bed," and then you go and you lay there for another hour or so on your phone just doing the same thing. But that's actually causing insomnia in some people, and it's actually another thing that'll mess with your brain as time goes on. And so people are forgetting that there's real life out there. There's real like the picture, there's a real bird out there, instead of just a fake tweet. And I'm here, you're eating dinner with people and stuff, and everybody's on their phone. You're like, "Hey, pay attention to me." So and then there's a little video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. saying, you know, the video is called "I Forgot My Phone for a Day," and you see what happens. Like, she is the only one trying to make social interaction with her friends, but they're all absorbed. And you know, like, this moment is something you should be living in the moment instead of trying to capture it. You know, like, come on, people, like, wake up. You know, even kids, like, they're always, there's so much new, like, you know, updates and new games to play and stuff that we just totally get lost of what's actually important. And but yeah, it's hard to live in a society where no one actually pays attention to what's going on around them. So you kind of like, if you were to like leave your phone out for a day, you kind of realize that no one is paying attention to you. That no one's really like living their full life. Okay, that's awesome. I just want
You said, I'm just
doing that. It's like, come on. Okay, well, anyways.
So-and-so's birthday.
There's this one movie where these kids are out looking over the San Francisco area, and this one kid's just on his phone the whole time. He hasn't even looked up yet. And the main character goes up and he's like, come on, look at that view. Come on, you're not going to see a view like that on a little 4-inch screen. You have to look up. And